Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, and welcome to Command Power, the show in which we discuss all things Magic the Gathering with a focus on Commander. And today we have another episode in our Spoiler Spotlight series in which I talk about, well, spoilers and tell you what my thoughts are on them. But before that, just a quick reminder to click subscribe if you enjoy my videos. We're well on our way to 1 million subscribers and your support means everything to me. And today we're going to be talking about Enduring Innocence. For 1 colorless and 2 white, it's an enchantment creature, sleep, glimmer, 2/1 with lifelink. Whenever one or more creatures you control with power 2 or less enter, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn, and when Enduring Innocence dies, if it was a creature, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. So we're starting off strong with Duskmourn previews, and this honestly seems like a very powerful card for a number of reasons. First off, it's another in the expanding list of white cards that draw you cards whenever something else enters. In this case, it's a creature with power 2 or less. That's a quite common trigger. We've seen it before in a bunch of different cards, such as Mentor of the Meek. Now this version comes with a body that has very low toughness but has a decent ability tacked on. Lifelink is pretty relevant, particularly if you can find a way to buff this, so if you're in a counters deck or something like that, this could get fairly big. It's also not legendary, which means you can stack multiple of them, and having it in a tokens deck also seems good, seeing as you're very likely to draw a card every single turn with it. But when this becomes much more powerful is when you factor in the glimmer ability, which is something we're going to be seeing on a few cards in Duskmourn. So all these glimmer creatures are enchantment creatures, which is really cool. If I'm not mistaken, it's the first time outside of Theros that we've really seen something like this, but they all seem to share something in common, which is that they are enchantment creatures the first time they're in play, but when they die, they come back as an enchantment. That means that they become much more resilient after the first time they've killed, and it also means that exile removal is going to be more at a premium than ever. These things resist wraths very well, and they have pretty powerful effects, to be fair. This one strikes me as particularly good against a wrath, because if somebody wipes your board and they're not exiling this, then as soon as you start rebuilding with new creatures, you're going to be drawing cards again thanks to Enduring Innocence, which is coming back again as an enchantment. Not only that, but enchantments in general are some of the most notoriously hard to deal with permanents in Commander and in other formats as well, which means that I think these cards are going to be a pain to deal with, to be fair, particularly if you're in colors that don't really exile very well, such as red. As I said as well, the ability on this one means that it's a decent chump blocker, it can gain you a couple of life, prevent some damage, and then you're still going to have the effect stick around anyway. That seems very versatile for just 3 mana, to be honest, and I think a lot of decks are going to be interested in this kind of card. I really like the glimmer mechanic as well in general, the way that it gives you protection in a way that we haven't really seen before. So we've seen stuff like Persist, which is kind of similar to this effect, but with those kind of cards, the creature just came back as a smaller version of itself. In this case, it's coming back as something entirely different and harder to remove. I really like that, and I feel like there's a lot of potential avenues to explore with this mechanic. Certainly, there's a lot of different cards that could design for it, and I'm sure we're going to be seeing many of them in different colors. It's yet another reason that I'm really excited for Duskmourn. I'm just loving this set so far. All of the art, all of the creepiness, all of the 80s nostalgia. It's just all so cool. I don't really get the people that are criticizing it. I really think it's super awesome, and I can't wait to get my hands on these kind of cards, particularly since white has been growing on me lately. So there you have it. Those have been my thoughts on this new spoiler. What do you think though? Do you disagree with me, or do you think I got it right? Let me know in the comment section below. I always make sure to read all of your comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like or subscribe. It really helps the channel. And until next time, take care.